Hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me on this beautiful day. It's actually amazing outside. That's why I had to pick this because I'm inside sharing this with you. But I just wanted, so please enjoy it. Don't get too distracted. Um, I wanted to share a little bit with you. Hi, my name is Deirdre. I'm actually a naturopathic practitioner. I love things, just helping people feel their best and really learn a lot about how their body works and how to utilize different resources we have, especially on a natural side, and even if you need to pull things in more integratively, how to help them get forward momentum in their health. Because a lot of times it feels very complicated, where sometimes it's more simplistic keys being pulled at the same time that really bring relief. And sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And our family actually got started on this journey. I really just I have not always wanted to be a naturopathic practitioner. I actually just wanted my family to feel better. And then the more I learned, the more I found that I just had a passion for it. And it really helped break some barriers in our family's life of doing very key things, very simple, like working on your gut health. And so we have completely revolutionized our family. You can't prevent everything. Let's just be real. We live in a world that's not a possibility. But when you do have tools in your toolbox to maybe help bounce back from a hospitalization or bounce back from maybe an injury, or just being proactive as you age. It has been extremely helpful for us. It has helped change allergies. We have better sleep, better digestion. We've had surgeries in our family, and so it's helped us heal from that. We have had where exposure to parasites, and it's helped us heal from that, from toxin loads. And I'll get into more of those things. It, for me personally, has changed hormones. I used to be a struggle as a mom to just have patience and be there, and really be present and not feel irritated. So those things have really been such a blessing and brought so much to our family's life. So let's talk a little bit about why gut health is foundational to just our overall being. So you see things like chronic illness is on the rise, autoimmune disorders, mental health, GI. A lot of people are going to the GI doctor. It's like if you try to get an appointment with a GI doctor, you are on a 12 to 18-month wait. It is because they are so backed up. They literally don't have enough doctors for the demand of people's GI issues. And I'll get to why are we in the modern gut health crisis and how this is really impacting everyone, man, woman, child. No age range is safe. You're seeing newborns have issues. You're seeing the oldest. You're seeing all in between. And a lot of times, our bodies do such a great job keeping us alive and mitigating us not taking care of ourselves when until a certain breaking point. For instance, it's spring right now, and last year we did not get to de-weed our backyard. We just let it go. Life happened, and my husband just couldn't take care of the yard like he normally did. And I was like, "Oh, the grass will grow back." Y'all, if I showed you a picture, you know what is in my backyard more than anything? Because it was a tough winter. It froze, snow, grass died, weeds. We literally have 90% weeds and only 10% grass. And so now it's going to take a lot of work to fix that. Same with our gut. If we don't pay attention and do the key pieces that help move it forward, then it is really going to impact us, for better or worse. So the modern gut health crisis, we have diet processed foods. So they're high in preservatives, refined sugars, artificial ingredients, and this leads to microbiome imbalance and inflammation. You've also got antibiotics and medications, something as simple as Tylenol or ibuprofen. Overuse of those things can actually wipe out the beneficial bacteria, leading to yeast overgrowth, digestive issues, and actually weakened immune system. Hello, cold and flu season. We have environmental toxins as well. So we've got pesticides, plastics, heavy metals, chemical damage actually to the gut lining that contribute to the leaky gut and chronic inflammation in the gut. Um, We have chronic stress and poor sleep. Sleep is your lead domino. And when you have stress, it increases cortisol levels, which actually disrupts your digestion. And your body can't differentiate between good or bad stress. So if you're not having downtime to be able to rest and repair, whether while you're sleeping or during the day, or maybe a little of both, that's impacting and it alters your gut flora. And that increases your sugar cravings and you have a worsening gut balance. So let's talk a little bit about why does gut health matter? So you have the gut immune connection. So 70% of the immune system resides in the gut. It makes gut health just critical and crucial for preventing illness and reducing inflammation. You have the gut-brain axis. So the gut produces neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which impacts our mood, our focus, and our mental health. 90% of serotonin is in your gut. 50% of serotonin is produced in your gut. And those two factors actually impact GI mobility very highly. And there's a superhighway called your vagus nerve. Actually, I think it's 20% of your gut communicates to your brain and only 20% of your brain to your gut. So you have a higher influence of your gut to your brain than your brain to your gut. Interesting, huh? And so an imbalanced gut can actually contribute to anxiety, depression, brain fog, panic attacks, just hyperactivity. So then we also move to digestion, nutrition, absorption. A damaged gut cannot properly break down food or absorb nutrients. It leads to deficiencies, fatigue, inflammation, and then we have hormonal imbalances. Now, as us ladies get older in life, you see the impact of that. But even the younger girls, that will impact them. Actually, PMS has to do with just the body not being able to regulate and break down hormones efficiently. And so gut health influences estrogen metabolizing estrogen. There we go. It actually influences cortisol regulation and insulin sensitivity, all which affect energy, weight, and mood. And so, as a naturopathic practitioner, what the key things that I'm going to look at, and yeah, I'm just making sure I don't miss my notes because it's packed full of good stuff. You have to do a couple things. You have to remove the triggers. You have to eliminate the processed foods and the common allergies, the artificial sweeteners, the toxins that feed harmful bacteria. Now, a couple things. Sometimes you can't not use the medications. So what you want to do is shore up the backside of the nutrition that it's depleting and any gut dysbiosis it might be creating. There's very specific ways you can address those that are incredibly impactful. So when your body gets to a place where maybe you need less or you don't need as much, or you just continue on, it is not being wrecked and depleting your health versus adding to it. And so you restore with whole foods. You're going to increase your fiber, increase fermented foods. Side note, if you have high histamine, you are not going to increase your fermented foods. You're actually going to increase low histamine foods and increase certain nutrients to help break down histamine better. And so then gut healing nutrients like bone broth and polyphenols. Polyphenols are like blueberries. Think the darker the color, the more the polyphenols. You're going to repopulate with probiotics, prebiotics. You're going to support the microbiome diversity by including beneficial bacteria and nourishing them with prebiotic fibers. That's important because you need to feed the prebiotics are the food for the good bacteria. If you don't have that, guess what? You're going to have my backyard full of weeds, but inside you, and that's not good. So you're going to repair with supplements. You can use herbs, things like L-glutamine, gut supportive compounds to strengthen the gut lining and reduce inflammation. Omegas are great. Lifestyle shifts are going to prioritize stress management. If you're in a season you cannot do that, then you're going to especially help create a balance in what I call stress resilience. And you do that in a very specific way, depending on the person's body. You're going to work on sleep, hydration to support the long-term gut balance. So here is my favorite gut health system. It's called the triplex. And I wanted to add this because I have been around the bend with um, just different supplements, and this is our go-to baseline amazing gut support, and I would recommend it for everyone. So you're gonna really, because the world makes it pretty hard to keep a balanced gut, we're gonna work on combating the gut imbalances and candida overgrowth. So you have candida, bad bacteria, and toxins that are accumulating. And many people just actually don't know they have gut biosis. So what is that? It's an overgrowth of harmful bacteria and yeast often from antibiotic use and high sugar diets or environmental toxins. And that just wreaks havoc. If you notice, the higher the toxin load, your body will store the toxins as fat. And if you struggle with fat in certain areas, you can know there's a blockage in your detox pathway and you just have to open it. So ProBio 5 it's really my favorite. It's a probiotic and it is one of the most powerful I've seen, simple and powerful. Those are my two favorite things. Contains digestive enzymes which break down the protective biofilm of harmful bacteria and yeast, and it helps eliminate bad microbes while repopulating the gut with beneficial bacteria. And it's all anti-inflammatory strands. A lot of probiotics have inflammatory. This is all anti-inflammatory. It also includes powerful strains like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium. If you've seen that thrown around, if you haven't, just know those are the ones that are most popular in breast milk, and they're very, very healing to the body and the gut. And that helps restore balance, immunity, and help improve digestion. And then you're going to address the slow digestion, detoxification, constipation, or maybe having too much, it's going too fast, so you're not actually absorbing nutrients. So if you have a sluggish digestive system, you actually have toxin buildup, bloating, and poor nutrition absorption. On the flip side, if it goes too fast, you are not absorbing many, many nutrients. They're not being broken down in the correct places. So BioCleanse supports a gentle detoxification on a cellular level while helping regularity, and you can adjust it per person. And it helps flush out toxins, reduce bloating, supports the body's natural elimination process. The other thing is it also naturally reduces histamines. And my favorite part, it supports the lymphatic system amazingly and your liver. It's just such a powerful yet beautiful little thing. It contains magnesium that helps the bowels relax and regain the movement that it's supposed to. It's an oxygenated form that supports that cellular detoxification, which is really, really important to remove environmental toxins, processed food, and help with chronic stress. Again, one of my favorite, all our families on it. And so supporting the gut microbiome and sugar balance is really important. And I'm going to wrap it up right here in 1 minute. Blood sugar fluctuates that you see sugar cravings, weight gain, energy crashes, gut imbalance, and poor sleep. So it's called SLIM, especially the microbiome activating formula has a prebiotic. And it's not just for weight management. It is great for kids with hormones. Like if they're getting into hormone shifts and growth, this stuff is great because it also helps remove heavy metals. It helps support the detoxifications on a cellular level as well as your liver, but so gently. And it helps the good beneficial bacteria grow and restore that microbiome balance. It helps healthy blood sugar levels that can reduce cravings and inflammation, which are actually two key contributors to poor gut health. And so this strengthens the gut immune connection. And the gut is the first line of defense against illness. When that microbiome's out of balance, the immune system weakens. And so you combine the power of the ProBio 5, the BioCleanse, and the Slim, and it strengthens gut integrity. It reduces systemic inflammation and it helps the immune system function properly and optimally. I will tell you, I will up my ProBio 5 if there's sickness. It is so powerful. People will get rid of cold sores by increasing it. So, what are you going to do? I want to encourage you to make small steps, sustainable steps for changing your gut health, your diet, lifestyle, and supplementation. If you feel like, oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming, there's all this stuff out there, I need to do this, get rid of plastics, take this, do that. Start small, one step, and be consistent. Get on the gut health system, balances your blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and heals the gut, and you do that, you will see it compound 6 months, 12 months, 18, 2 years. You will see a difference in your life because it will start small and then it'll start to compound over time, especially if you have the right dosages. Those are key. So know your gut is the foundation of your health. By addressing your gut imbalances with the right nutrition, the lifestyle shifts, and the targeted supplementation, you can transform your energy and immunity and overall well-being. So the person who invited you and sent this video, please reach back out to them and ask them more. How can I make this one simple step in transforming my health so that I can start feeling my best? And maybe you need it for not just yourself, but your family. Like, share, because people, like I said in the beginning, are really, really struggling. Remember, GI doctors, there's not enough for them to go around. So if people just start small and they keep going and they're very, very consistent, they will have change in their life. So share this video with them. Connect them to the person who you are talking to, because it really is transformative and gut health is on the rise, and you're going to see it start to really explode in the next 10 years. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Talk to you later.